jolterz. All right, these players firing it off quickly here. Jolterz on the play, went 1 power, initiated the sands, passing it back. gozuuu just gonna scout here.
Yes, suddenly you have free power instead of one.
Yeah.
I guess this proactive play of Twilight Hunt is because jolterz really wants its fourth power to play Titan and go on from there.
Right. gozuuu gonna start with an exploit. Let's see what you're working with. Show me your secrets, he says. 2 copies of Twilight Hunt, Sandstorm Titan, and a Worldbreaker Behemoth. Those are pretty good
Yes,
cards.
yeah, I guess Titans have to go here
Yeah.
because it may be played next turn. Uh, Single or Behemoth, I guess. The problem for Gozo is that his only remove on hand is
Mandevilla and Defiance.
Mandevilla, which is quite costly.
Right. All right, gonna go with the Behemoth. That leaves Sandstorm Titan out here. Sandstorm Titan cannot be Defianced either way. Vara's Authority, everything loses Aegis, is one of the new ones. Then each unit gets -2/-2 this turn, and each site gets -2. So not going to be incredibly relevant here. You could use this to take out Initiate of the Sands, but that's not really a great value. gozuuu obviously not going to do that and going to pass it back. Does have the Defiance. I imagine that gozuuu would fire this off on the Initiate if jolterz attacks with it.
Yes, I guess he will. Let's see. Yeah, jolterz seems kinda drawing not what he wants to draw now.
Not really much left in hand. It's just really the 2 Twilight Hunts and then a Repel Darkness, but nothing else going on jolterz's side. I'm going to try to stick this Sandstorm Titan and ride it to victory, but that's going to be hard to do.
I guess Indestructible can help with getting rid of this Vara, actually.
Yep, so just going to let that Vara trigger go, make it a 5/5 deadly.
But anyway, you are spending 2 spells to kill Vara, which is hard disadvantage.
Absolutely.
If you go for...
that's a good one. Valiant Guardian's a good draw. A little ways away.
You can try to just attack into yes, to Gozo, but if Gozo won't block, but yes, they will, and so
yeah, there you go.
The trap is springed. But Gozo got up to his Mandeville. I wonder if they would go for it. Yeah.
Thank you for the follows. Looks like a lot of different Haas 00312. I'm not sure what the deal is with those, but welcome all the different followers. You got Army, Elite Race, and the barcode there. We appreciate it. But so yeah, just gonna let that and then play out another Sandstorm Titan here.
I guess yes, that's another good way to get rid of Valiant Guardian, because otherwise Valiant Guardian is quite hard to kill with a spell because of the +5.
Yeah, absolutely.
So one of the best ways to get rid of them is Mandevilla, because it's not a spell.
All right, let's take a look at what gozuuu put in. Looks like Tazbu the Forbidden was the play off of Wasteland Broker. Put 4 copies of Tazbu into the top of the deck.
Yes, Tazbu actually was kind of some versions of Argentport Meat. It was the high end instead of Sedity, but that makes your power really complicated, because you have to reach for justice for Roland, and then you want to have 5 shadow for Tazbu, which sometimes is kind of hard. But
it is.
putting him in the market probably helps.
Unfortunately, it is. You can see the Tazbu there on the top, although Gozu now does not have the 5th power to actually do that. So going to play out another Wasteland Broker there. And going to put... Let's go back and check. I'm not sure what Gozu put back this time.
Is it Svetya?
Yeah, Svetya, yep. Although now...
Yes, because Tazbu disappeared, it means...
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, I was going to say it has to be on top, right? Because Tazbu disappeared. That's really funny. It had to be on top.
So Tazbu was played from Warp after all.
So that actually worked really well for Gozu. That was actually fantastic because you randomly put Svetya on top, which is the card that you want to draw because you can't warp it, instead of drawing the Tazbu, and then was able to get the warp value anyway. So that actually worked out really well for Gozu.
Because jolterz now dropped Gordov's Burden, you kind of want to remove all of the units.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah.
Here you go. Now you got the killer train.
The killer train, not just killer, but
deadly.
Killer with deadly. Yes.
Grodov's Burden says your single faction units have Exalted, and Exalted, of course, meaning that when it dies, you play a weapon with its stats and its abilities. So what happened there was jolterz was able to play Desert Alchemist, give it Killer, and then once it attacks with Deadly and Killer, it dies, which passes it on to another unit, which also now has Deadly and Killer, which passes it on to another unit, which also has Deadly and Killer. So pretty nice little synergy. I don't know if a combo is the right word, but pretty nice little combo and synergy there.
Gozu really need removal now. Otherwise, yeah, another unit played, so...
Okay, now that one didn't have Deadly, but attacking into the Tazbu...
Oh, I guess...
You can give it Killer again. You draw a card, you get to give it Killer and Endurance, but this still has Deadly, so that's actually a little awkward.
Yes, and he has removal.
Yeah, that didn't work out well there for jolterz.
Yeah, but I guess Sergeant Portmeat was really a favorite.
Yeah.
Like in this matchup before the start, so because basically they kind of do similar things. Monotime probably deploy bigger threats, but Sergeant Portmeat have removal, and yeah, the only removal.
Cast into Shadow. Tokos is the only really thing in hand for jolterz here, and this is where Gozu with a full grip plus another Tazbu. This is where I think Gozu's going to pull away with this one here.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what's bigger than a 5/6 endurance? A 6/6 deadly.
Yeah, and even double blocked, you basically kill 2 units and still draw a card.
Right, yeah. For a free attack here, there's nothing jolterz can really do. Yeah, just gonna have to take the 6.
And then Svetya just blocks you out of everything you have. You basically need...
Yep.
And Killer wouldn't be enough because your Titan is not big enough to kill anything.
Right.
Oh, it's big enough to kill Svetya, but...
Yeah, so jolterz cannot play anything now. Well, it has a Rune of Relocation.
Oh, well.
So...
That's kind of removal.
Yeah, it's kind of temporary removal, right? You can attack.
Why wouldn't play you play it first? I wonder, because now Gozu will draw 1 more card.
Right. Yeah, we'll draw a card from this. Yeah, so here's that extra card. I guess it's also an extra damage. Not that that's going to matter here. Now, jolterz is going to hold on to it, so it's not dead technically, but can Gozu deal 1 point of damage this turn? No, I can't. So Jolterz gets
I
one
don't think
more, but I don't think Jolterz can do anything though.
I don't think Argent Meat have any way to deal damage to face.
Yeah, I don't think so. Never know if there's a random like both players lose one health or something just tacked onto some random card, but no, it's not possible here.
Gozuuu version also do not play circle, so
Right, can't get anything off of that.
I wonder if jolterz have anything that would help to get that 4. So I guess not. But yeah, I guess jolterz have now to teleport out 6/6.
Yeah, 2 Valiant Guardians in hand, but they're both shut off thanks to the Tsvetya.
So he's still alive unless gozuuu draw any removal, and gozuuu had not.
Yeah, I mean Jolterz is finding a way to stay in this, but
I wonder if it's time to silence that Titan and put a couple units in the air.
yeah. That does sound like a good play. You can get multiple flyers in the air. You can silence Sandstorm Titan.
And you only need to do 1 damage.
Right. And the Valiant
Jolterz,
Guardians are good, but Valiant Guardian without charge.
Jolterz actually can win this game if they draw any killer effect, which is basically Twilight Hunt. Oh, I think jolterz had all 3 Twilight hunts in hand.
They did, yeah. They have already played all 3. So the Svetya attacking, because remember, Vara's Authority can give -2, and that can straight up take out the Sandstorm Titan, and then follow up with a Vara, nothing to sack. So that's going to be a 5/5 deadly lifesteal.
But now, I guess gozuuu should have played 3/3 because that way they would have little in the air.
Yeah.
But now they do not.
Yeah, I thought we were going to go with a flyer as well, because now Jolterz has 2 blockers.
But I guess it's just 1 more turn now. Yeah, get rid of this 1/1. Then it have to block.
Yeah, it has to block because that's lethal, and the deadly on the Vara is going to take that out. So Jolterz back to no units. Draws a Thundering Karasaur, but you need some way to deal with a flyer, which Jolterz does not have.
You have to get basically a Titan, but even with Titan, gozuuu have 2nd Enforcer, and it would be done anyway.
Yep, and that's not going to block a flyer. Well, Jolterz put up a fight.
Yeah, it was much closer than this matchup usually plays out.
Yeah, absolutely. So gozuu's going to take that one, game number 1. But yeah, that was a lot closer. Jolterz definitely made gozuuu work for it and think about it, because there were a couple options there. If gozuuu made the wrong play, Jolterz was going to sneak in a win.
But basically, usually the only chance for mono time is to win early. So to deploy the threats like Valiant Guardian on turns 5 or something, and then overwhelm Argent Meat defenses. But this game was pretty long.
All right, well, they're jumping back into game 2. Let's hop down to that action here. All right. Interesting hand for gozuuu. Little light on power. On the play.
Yeah, I guess it would be thrown away.
I think so.
And one removal spell is not that much. Well, it's better than 0 removal spells.
2 Vara's Authority. in this hand, but better than a 6. Uvar's authority has Sinister Rumors and a Valkyrie Enforcer. Jolterz is considering hand of 3 power, Initiative of the Sands, Logistics Expert, Tokas, and a Repel Darkness. So lots of ramp in Jolterz's hand.
Well, War Authority helps remove the early ramp,
Sure
so
does.
it's not completely dead in this matchup. And you really want to remove the early ramp.
Update from the back tables. Ash Acer defeated Martin 2-1, so that's going to put Ash Acer another point towards that wild card. RNG also defeating TRX, so RNG getting a much needed point as well. Those are the only 2 results so far on the back tables. Jolterz is going to start things off with an Initiate, try to get their ramp on, and then a Tokas. Let's see what gozuuu does about this.
Oh, I guess gozuuu may want to silence Tokas. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I could see silencing Tokas. That card can get annoying.
Because you don't really want to decimate your own powers this early.
Yeah.
You'd better spend that removal spell. Like the big removal spells are better spent on big things. Yes, another Tokas.
Other Tokas into a
Now,
Logistics Expert.
I guess Vara Authority isn't coming next turn.
Missing the 4th power here for gozuuu, but still is able to get this Vara's authority off. That'll take care of the 2 smaller units. And then you've got the Silence Tokas and the full Tokas still out there, because of course those have 4 health. And then an Aurelian Merchant coming down. So Jolterz really wants to get their power up here. Lots of ramp going on, and grabbed Grodov's Burden. They also drew a Moonstar and Vanguard last turn as well.
I wonder if you go for Decimate here anyway, because 3 power is not that much better than 2. But
it's further away from 4 and 5.
Yes, but removing 2 power from jolterz may be very beneficial. Oh, okay, you have also this option with
Sinister Rumors can take care of the
this
exhausted unit, so that can take care of the Tokas. Repel Darkness, going to give Jolterz a sigil of their choice. It's a time sigil.
Wow, who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Surprise. And a Justice Sigil for gozuuu, so that's what gozuuu needed. Get back in this game.
Yes, I guess fourth power is. I would say this is the moment that to win this game, basically, because you can now
so what's been
play
interesting about this
anything.
game? What's been interesting about this game, Croach, is that Jolterz hasn't done anything. Like Jolterz has spun their wheels. They played a lot of power generating creatures, a lot of elves, if you will, and then this is the first threat they've put out, and we're on what, I don't know, turn 6, turn 7, turn 8, like, and his gozuuu has just had so much time.
Yeah, decimating himself back to 3, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you do with this 2/1/1s? You can't attack anymore.
Right, exactly. And I think you were right earlier when you mentioned the time deck really wants to get some threats out early, wants to get some big things on the board, and unfortunately, Jolterz's hand it didn't do that. Nothing was happening.
I mean, with 20 health, I don't see how.
Yeah. Another copy of Logistics Expert. I went and grabbed Nash there out of the market. So a Grodov's Burden and a Nash in hand for Jolterz, but it's too late. gozuuu has stabilized, put you down to 5 already.
I guess you can play Var here. You can play second roll onto it. It really doesn't really matter. Yeah, you kind of stuck on 4, and you would be on 4 the next turn as well. So the next turn would probably depend on what jolterz will play. If it would be another mana. Oh, interesting. I haven't expected that at all.
Another copy of World Bear Behemoth, but jolterz is down.
I think it might be kind of open. I mean, it's still probably yeah. With 4-8 Roland, I'm not sure there is anything.
Yeah.
Okay, it's no longer 4-8 Roland. It's now that Roland. I wonder if Gozo kind of stopped care about this game too early.
Yeah, it's gonna put jolterz down
Oh,
to
it's
1.
down to 1. I see
Yeah.
now. Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna
Okay.
put
Anyways,
jolterz down to
that's
1.
okay.
Gozu has 3 lethal flyers now and is still at 20 health, so
Yeah. Why not play VAR as well?
yeah.
And if jolters would suck 0-3, they would be down to 4 power, and otherwise it would be very hard to attack with 6-7 behemoth because of Vara.
Yeah, Nash, Akrodov's Burden.
I mean, you can remove Vara, and there is still 1-1 that would.
Yeah, there's not. I mean, you need to kill 3 things here.
Yeah. You basically needed Titan and something else. Oh, now
Oh,
we
the
now there is
Nash can do
something.
that. So the Nash can get rid of the flyers.
So you get rid of my flyers. I'm getting more flyers now because you have to block.
Right, you have to block, and when the unit dies with this Roland, you get another 1/1 flyer. But Nash has the killer ability too, right? So each. I mean, it's not. Nash is never going to get ahead in this exchange,
It's
but
not working. Yes, because you kill one, but then one more appears and Roland grows.
right,
Uh,
yeah, you can't, and then you have
and
to do the killer on your turn, so they'll always be able to attack on the next turn.
then if now there is a killing galore kinda. So, but Roland grows, so he would be out of killer range this way. Yes,
Well, but doesn't the
that's the problem.
1/1
That's the problem.
this only grows to 7 health though?
And you kinda you oh, but you have now overwhelm killer, so you go to 6 and then to what 12? Yeah, one short. One short of little for jolter. So yeah, he goes for Roland.
But you can't kill the. Yeah, and you
And
can't pass the weapon on. You can't pass the
can't kill
killer on. Yeah.
himself, yeah.
Yeah.
One shot.
Again, jolterz again was surprisingly close.